Carlin as Noma, Mary Kill, Tariq, Kane, and Davis McLean. Who are you going to marry? Who is Noma going to marry? Who is Noma and who is Noma going to kill?
Oh, Tariq, but she's going to kill Tariq because she's already pissed with him. He had her daughter's name in his mouth, and she don't play that. So sorry, Tariq, she gonna kill. And out of Kane and Davis, I think she would marry Davis because he can do all her paperwork, her legal stuff, and get her legit in the States. And she'd sleep with Kane.
Will we get a backstory as far as what made her who she is now?
She's Nigerian background, born and raised, and then she was adopted in the UK by her parents were criminals, pretty much. So she's got a bit of East End roughness and toughness. So she's a gangster, an international gangster for real. She, and then she finds her way to the US and she gets hooked up with Mecca, and the story unfolds from there. So that's her backstory. She was orphaned, raised by a crime family, a white crime family, and they taught her everything she knows.
What's up, ugly ass niggas? This your boy J Miles, and I am back with another video. And you know what to do. If you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share it for your ugly ass friends. On today's video, we will be covering Power Book 2 Ghost, and this one right here will be titled Unraveling Noma, the shocking wedding and epic backstory. Now, what prompted this particular video is my boy CG. Big shout out to my boy CG, one of my subscribers, and a dope ass dude who always sharing new knowledge. Sometimes he see a couple things that I may be unaware of, and he shares it with me. And of course, like always, I gotta show love on the channel for people who give me nice and interesting ideas and theories. So with his help, I was able to come up with this one, and this one is going to be covering pretty much the backstory of Noma. Like as you've seen in the video, right before at the beginning of this video, Noma kind of talked on a few things that we are to expect coming into this season here. Well, we're already in episode 7 now, but in this season, what we could potentially see. And also, she touched on a little bit, about what her story was like growing up. So that actually was pretty intriguing and gave me a few ideas. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into this video. Now, what we have here is the episode 9 description, and it reads, a union that should bring the Tejadas and Noma together couldn't appear to be further apart. Tariq and Monet are sent on a seemingly simple mission. They find it to be much more than meets the eye. Now, the reason why I'm putting this in here real quick is only because really that, to be honest with you, I probably should have just put the title, because the title is really what really rings for me, and it's titled Married to the Game, right? And I think they're giving us in a nutshell, they're pretty much telling you that a marriage will be done on this particular episode. And I think this isn't the first time that something like this has happened. And I'm going to give y'all more in detail of what I mean by this throughout this video. But before I do that, I have to we have to go back a little bit into the past. So, as we know, in the beginning of Power Book 2 Ghost Season 3, we were introduced to the ruthless Noma, and we start things off with her basically, she chopped off a lady's arm in order to receive the ring that she was given, that was bought for her by Mecca. So with that being said, that tells you off top how much of a ruthless individual that Noma is. But as we saw in season 2, Mecca was seemingly to be trying to marry Monet, and seemed like he was trying to get the F out of Dodge, right? Like he wasn't really too bothered by Noma. So the question is, why? Why was it that Mecca was choosing to go with Monet instead of Noma? Well, as we saw later in this season 3, that Noma is just a flat out savage. So that could be one of the reasons, and it could be that also that, you know, Monet was the love of his life as well. But of course, before, you know, any of that was able to transpire, Mecca was taken out by none other than his lover, Monet Tejada, right? But what I also want to touch on is, as we've seen in the clip at the beginning, the actress Caroline McKenzie. I don't really want to pronounce her last name wrong, but Caroline is her first name. The lady that plays Noma. She was saying that Noma was Nigerian descent, and she basically was adopted, right? And she grew up a gangster. So pretty much her family were mobsters. Like, you know, they were in the drug game. So she was, but here's the catch. The family was white. It wasn't a black family. So it wasn't because I actually seen Getting How I Live, he actually touched on this a little bit. But he suggested that it was a Nigerian mafia, and they combined marriages between the Nigerian mafia and the Italian mafia, which is, you know, Francesco Bengotti, whatever his name is. Y'all know who I'm talking about. They big glad nigga. Noma's baby daddy and Anya's father, you know, and they combined house, and that's how it happened. But according to Caroline, that's not the case. She grew up being raised by white parents, and they moved to London. So that is how it happened. And she must have met Francesco in London, I'm guessing, or perhaps in Italy, whichever place it happened at. And I believe she married him for power. And what I'm starting to notice is that this is starting to become a trend, because I believe she never loved Francesco. She always had, you know, a bigger plan in mind for her, and she was just looking for the golden opportunity to ultimately take him out. But she do love her daughter, Anya, as we know. So, of course, in episode 5 of last season, she finally got her golden opportunity to take him out. And she did just that. So, that probably will explain, and I'm pretty sure Mecca was probably aware of all of this. She probably done, you know, because it does seem like Noma pillow talks, right? Judging by how we see her relationship with Kane and Davis. So with that being said, that probably would be the reason why Mecca was like, okay, yeah, I can't marry this girl because she crazy as I don't know what. And, you know, she probably just wanted to marry him for his citizenship. And I believe she did the same thing to Francesco. Like, she did the same thing to gain the power and stuff, that in citizenship wherever there he was, maybe in Italy, that she needed to increase her empire. And she now, after, you know, she of course created drama there in Italy, she can't go back there. She's waiting on the dust to settle probably before she returns there. And now it's forcing her to only, hold her operation here in the States. And that's when, of course, Riley Adams came in. And, she was pretty much this close to getting what she wanted. But, of course, that was canceled by none other than your boy Zion. Came in spraying and ultimately took out Wiley and, canceled her plans. So, getting me to the next part of this video. Who will Noma plan to marry next? Because now, as y'all see, as I just went through it, it seems as if Noma has a trend of marrying people to gain power, if you notice. So, let's go through it. We got Francesco, we got Mecca, and now she was trying to get not necessarily a marriage done, but she was trying to get citizenship through Wiley, but it didn't work. So now she's going to be looking at her next move. And also, as y'all seen at the beginning of the other clip, I believe she was giving us a clue. Because if you've been paying attention to my channel for a while, I told y'all that I believe she's going to marry Cain for his citizenship. Because I've been noticed that she's been trying to get citizenship up into the States. And of course, one of the ways to do it is to marry an American citizen, right? So, could it be that she marries Davis in order to get this citizenship? Because I like you seen at the beginning with Caroline talking, because the lady asked her, smash, marry, and take out. Trying to keep from saying that K word too much, because YouTube, they ignorant hell. Basically, she said she would take out Tariq, you know what I'm saying, smash Cain, and marry Davis, because Davis has to, the knowledge and stuff to handle all of her paperwork and stuff like that, and make sure she stays clean and legit, which does make sense on her behalf, right? So, with that being said, could we see Davis being vulnerable enough to go ahead and go along with this deal? Now, of course, if we know Davis, if he was to make something like that, especially something that big, you best to believe it has to be a very lucrative deal in place for him to even think about making something this big, especially with him just being divorced from his wife, right? And she took half of his asset. He's going to be very cautious with his next marriage. But marrying Noma, who has more money than he does, would be the benefit, right? And keep in mind, why would the writers, because keep in mind, season 1 and 2, they talked about David's wife, but never shown her, or never really, gave her too much attention. Or in season 3. Now in season 4, they all of a sudden telling us he's getting a divorce and his wife took half of his money, right? And then of course, he said Jennifer took a great portion of the rest. So with that being said, Davis has nothing to lose. He's like, hey, this sounds like a good deal to me. And he just might go through with this, right? So, getting me to the next part, Cain. Cain is going to be on to that. He's going to be noticing, because like I told y'all, we are talking about a different Cain from seasons 1 through 3. Really more so 1 and 2, because he kind of started to get smarter at the end of season 2. And that's because of him being around Mecca. I believe Mecca taught him a lot. And you remember when Cain was having this conflict between with his mom because she was to him it seemed like she was constantly choosing Tariq over him. And what did Mecca tell him? Do not, I repeat, do not let her choose Tariq. And I think he's going to apply those same rules here because Cain has his own motives and plans going on. He wants to be able to take over Noma's enterprise and her whole organization. He wants to become the international distributor for the whole country and stuff like that. He wants to gain access to her international supply, which is more than likely seems like it's probably coming out of Nigeria somewhere or London. And he wants to be able to take it over once he's, once he's done with Noma. So I can see him potentially getting close enough to Davis, and maybe he won't allow Noma to have a chance to marry Davis. And with that being said, you already know what that means. It is possible, if it goes that route, that Cain will take out your boy Davis McLean. Now I know I would have made a video kind of about this, but of course I didn't. It wasn't it wasn't in this detail. Like I didn't have all of this. I didn't have all of the details of where Noma's backstories come from and stuff like that, and her trying to get citizenship. All of that during that time, I didn't know all about all of that. So of course, with me gaining a lot more knowledge and stuff about her, I can see it on another level of how and why Cain will find it, beneficial for him to go ahead and take out Davis, because he has his own plans. Now, will this necessarily happen? I'm not sure, but I think it's a good possibility. I'll say it's 50-50. But yeah, so with that being said, after that happens, Cain will let her know that he is the only option. So if you want to get married and get citizenship, you got to take me. And if he ultimately gets this plan done the way, the way he wants it to, then I can see a wedding ceremony going on, all the people coming together and stuff like that. But in my opinion, I just can't see Noma surviving. You know what I'm saying? So once all of that happened, maybe Noma gets taken out, and then it introduces us to a brand new villain that will be the person to focus on into going into the next spinoff. And I think that it's possible that the next big person that could be the problem, or let's say he may not even be a villain, just a big focal point that we may very well see, could be none other than your boy Damson Idris. Now, he would be a perfect match for the Power Universe, because of course, if you haven't seen Snowfall, this guy was an incredible actor inside on the show Snowfall, and I actually was given the privilege to actually witness him live on set create the character of Franklin Saint. And I was actually there for the very last episode when he was the drunk. And I have to say, I like seeing it in action. He may be the best actor I ever seen live and in person. But he would be perfect for this role because he is also a Nigerian descent. And he is also born and raised in London, people. So he would be perfect for it. Now, I know I've seen Getting How I Live also mention that he believed Damson could possibly come to the Power Universe, but maybe potentially being her brother. I don't think that Damson will turn out to be her brother. Maybe a possible person that's in the business side of that. But I don't know about brother because Damson is a great deal younger than her. And on top of that, I believe that it's possible the brother that she's talking about could be a white person. Because keep in mind, she said at the beginning of this clip that I showed y'all that she was raised by white people. So don't be surprised if the brother turns out to be a white guy. But I mean, it could be him though. I'm not going to just say it's no chance of it. It could be. But one thing I think they are setting us up for is that this could very well be the start of a brand new spin-off. So, could it be possible that the next spin-off, because keep in mind, we have been hearing rumors all over so far that there's possible that it could be a London spin-off coming to the Power Universe in the coming future. And as you can see in this middle photo here, Michael Rainey and Damson Idris has been kind of hanging together a little bit as of recent. Could it be because their next line of work that they're going to be doing is on screen together in a new series of Power? I can see it happening, and to be honest with you, I would love to see it happen because Damson is an incredible actor, and if he was to come to Power with the way he dominated the role in Snowfall, he would fit right in, and it would give us another great actor to, add to the addition of this great franchise. So I can definitely see it happening. And also, just to throw it out there before we get up out of here, keep in mind that with Noma being taken out, then that means if Kane successfully marries Noma, part of the asset will go to him, and I'm pretty sure a great number of it will go to her daughter, Anya. So could we also see maybe a love story between Tariq and Anya? And that could be added on to the London spinoff, which would mean that Diana and Effie, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened with them. Could they be taken out? Or maybe they go to another spinoff. Maybe Tariq goes, or maybe Tariq just doesn't go with Anya. They become cool, but they decide to go their separate ways. Who knows? But one thing's for sure is it's an open book, and that it is a whole lot in store that is coming to us in the near future, and I am all for it. But pretty much that's all I got for y'all as far as this particular video. Definitely let me know what y'all thinking. Could you see any of this unfolding? Do you think Noma will have a marriage in this end of this particular series? I know I do. I think episode 9, Noma will be getting married to someone. The question is, who will be that individual, and will we potentially see Damson Idris maybe at the end of this season, or if not the end of the season, maybe later on they announce, at the end of the season that a brand new spinoff is coming and it will be starring Damson Idris. I would love to see that, but y'all definitely let me know what y'all think. But pretty much that's all I got for y'all as far as this particular video. I hope y'all enjoyed it, but like usual, if you're cool with me, fool with me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking, but most importantly, make sure you share it with your glad friends. But until the next video, I'm out.